Good morning from Springfield, Virginia, and welcome to Breakfast with the Bandits. Hi everybody, it's Joe Rizzo here, bringing you all the action on RizzoVision as the Bandits get set to complete the back end of their weekend series with St. James at the beautiful St. James. I just call it a palace because the place is like a palace. Great to have you with us on a Sunday morning. And if you missed Saturday night's action, boy, it was really something. The Bandits and their families with a long trip, pretty much the longest or close to the longest that they'll make, at least. This is definitely the longest for a single set of games. There'll be slightly longer trips maybe for tournaments at some point, but a 4 to 5 hour drive for most. And the monsoon, courtesy of a storm named Ophelia, whether it was a hurricane or a tropical storm or a tropical depression, it was a heck of a lot of rain and a lot of wind. And most of us drove through at least some of it. And some of us drove through a lot of it, but everybody got here safe. And after a couple of periods last night, it was 1-0 in favor of St. James, even though the Bandits had pretty much doubled up the shots and had the better of the possession. Well, then Gabby Rothstein happened. But first, as you see, Harper Keenan, with a power play about midway through the third period, St. James broke in shorthanded, and Keenan, there you see number 40, she'll be the backup today, made her biggest save of the game, getting the right pad on a shot by Sienna Batchelor, and then the Bandits turned around, brought it down to the other end. Gabby Rothstein scored a power play goal, and that sort of opened the floodgates. And in about a 5 or so minute span, in the last 7 minutes of the game, they scored 3 and took a 3-1 victory. Now they try to complete the road sweep, and Lexi Riley will be the one between the pipes for this one. Both goalies have been spectacular this season, and that portends to be a big advantage for the Bandits as they extend through this AGHF season with lofty goals in mind. Bandits again with their black road jerseys, the bespectacled silver glitter numbers, white nameplates, well, white name lettering, not on nameplates, black shorts. The socks have the funky pink on the back, the wicked stripe that adorns the back of their jerseys on the bottom all the way to the front, and also on the sleeves. They have that same sort of stripe on the side. Black helmets, except for the goalies. St. James with the Penn State kind of scheme. White jerseys, blue numerals, blue helmets with the white stripe down the middle, blue pants with white stripes on the side, white socks with blue stripes down the middle. There's Lexi Riley. She will guard the goal to YouTube left on the first full day of fall. Yes, Saturday was not the first full day because it turned to fall overnight. And on your right, number 52, Taylor Wilkerson will be in net for St. James. Gabby Rothstein on the face-off dot up front with Izzy Camarada and Maeve McNulty, and we are underway. Logan Shoemaker-Gromick and Mandy Scott, the defense pair. And this ice is still a little wet, and they're going to face that one off on the offside on the attacking zone blue line for the Bandits. Same crew out there as we're just underway. Breakfast with the Bandits. Eggs and some tater tots for this guy already today. Battled for along the sidewall. Beimers had it for a moment, regains it. So especially on this side of the ice, I watched St. James warming up. There was one spot in the ice where the puck just simply wouldn't move. That means there's still some water from the resurfacing that has not really frozen up yet. So if you see players overskating the puck as Scott gets pushed down, that's not a penalty there. Hill has it 1-on-5. Layla Hill, she's going to wait for her team to get in there. Had a lot of room and time. Centered it, kept in by Battaglia. I'll use the Italian pronunciation for any of the Italianish looking names like Battaglia. You might know her as Battaglia, so if you're on the St. James side and that's what you're used to, well, you're getting the Italian pronunciation today. Here's a potential break, and that pass just does not hit the mark. Margot Nicholson was looking to break in. Olivia Rothstein was back, but she might not have had an angle, and good thing for the Bandits, that one didn't connect. Folia up front with McSherry, who heads at the puck, and there you see Jessie Sperling in the middle, although she's the left wing. Battaglia takes a shot. Lexi Riley sees it, throws the glove up in the air, and snags it for the faceoff. Whistle and a stoppage of play. 15:20 left. Period 1 just underway. Breakfast with the Bandits. Strawberries and cream. Uncle Studley. That was breakfast at Wimbledon. Sorry, an ode to Bud Collins, if you're a tennis fan. Wrapped around the end board. Sperling picks it up off there, sends it for Folia streaking. It's a 2-on-1 with McSherry on the other side. Folia tries to unload it. She eventually does. Crashes into the boards. She was battled there by Leandra McDonald, who got just enough of a piece to... And there's a goal, and we can't see it because the ref was right in front. So hopefully somebody leads the Sully, and we know who it is. And we are going to say Mia McSherry with it, so this perch does not go too friendly, but hopefully I think that we will have other video of it. So thanks to Debbie Rizzo doing the alternate version today. I think that we will be able to see that on the replay. So if you have seen it on the replay, then that means we did something good. So 1-0 Bandits. They opened the scoring here with 14:53 left in the first period. McSherry did something in front that I couldn't see because the ref was blocking my view. We might have to move the perch back and forth as a result, but we'll see how that goes. So the Bandits now, after yielding the first goal in this back-end series, have scored 4 in a row over the course of about 10 minutes of running time play. New line out there, Otterbein with Claus and Rizzo. That one fired down, and it is going to be an icing. They'll change it up, so just at least we got their names out there. As Venuto jumps over the boards without her stick and has a little chuckle with her teammates. She scored what turned out to be the game winner on Thursday. Number 15 in the dark jerseys. Gabby Rothstein on the dot. Her two wings, Camerata and McNulty in the slot. That's how they line up. Camerata hustling in there. And a gaggle, try to get it. Hill had a close range shot, and Riley kicked the pad out to make the save. That one knocked, I don't know how that was onside. That looked like it was well offside, and now they do whistle it down. Jim Oliano put it in. And here's Camerata. You could see her flying up the right wing, cutting toward the middle. Gabby Rothstein was there. One player falls down, and another player falls down. This time it's Hill. Gabby Rothstein centering feed. It comes between the points to Venuto, who feeds Camerata. Centering feed, redirected and scored by Gabby Rothstein, doubling the lead. 13:42 left in period one, and the Bandits have eaten their Wheaties for breakfast, and they come out to the quick 2-0 lead. Gabby Rothstein now has 3 goals in the span of about 12 minutes of play. 2-0 Bandits. We were able to see that one, fortunately, but almost not. Camerata with the centering feed. Rothstein redirected it. And Wilkerson didn't have too much of a chance there. She would have had to have made a spectacular save. That one just coming from one spot and redirecting with alacrity on the other. Well, if the puck had a mood, it would have been joyously going in if you're on the Bandits side. Folia on the face-off. Sperling battles for it along the far wing. Gets some traffic from behind. And Bowers breaks it out. Moves to the offensive zone. Loses possession. Shoemaker-Gromick tries to outrace her there after the rebound. Morgan Kepler back in the lineup. And there's the confusing whistle coming from the other side. Now over in a spot where view is obscured over here when it comes along the boards. Need a little help from our friends. Maybe move away. Salem back into her own zone. Curls looking, sends it at you at home. Now Shoemaker-Gromick up the middle, gets it to Sperling, who was trying to get behind the D. She did, but not with possession. Hits the brakes. Direct attempt in front by McSherry, doesn't connect. Shoemaker-Gromick at the point. She keeps it in. We don't get a great look here. We're probably going to change positions to try to get a better look. Sometimes you can hear a whistle. There are two rinks. They are right next to each other. There is a partition in the middle of stands, but there's about 4 tunnels that connect the two rinks at close range, and you could hear the whistles at some point. It makes you think that play is going to be stopping. So their players have been warned, but Kepler had held up there, and she didn't play in the game on Saturday, and that's one thing that the players have been instructed to do, play through the whistle, because that whistle might be from the other rink. Scott picks it up, sends it forward. It's picked off by Batchelor in the middle. She gets bumped down, and her buddies are giving her the Bronx cheer over here, and she got up and was tracking up as well. And it's all on camera. Centering feed doesn't get through. Bandits jump out to the quick 2-0 lead here. 2 goals upon 3 shots. One by McSherry, one by Gabby Rothstein. Battled for along the end boards. Mandy Scott centering feed. Somebody got a piece in front. It was Hill. Ayla Hill has, I think now, that might be her 3rd shot on goal. Rizzo trying to outrace Gimiliano. Bellin keeps it in. Bellin sends it to Otterbein. Otterbein releases it, just gets it wide. Rizzo and Otterbein trying to work the cycle. Centering feed. It goes behind the net, though, because somebody got a piece. Gimiliano did. It's kept in at the point, deftly by Venuto. 1-on-2. Over to Rizzo. She and Otterbein quickly exchange. Wrist shot, glove down, and 2 players going off. That hurts the Bandits within the moment because they had a scoring chance there. So Hill and Venuto go off, I think, for the opposing roughing penalties. 2 each. They'll almost certainly play 5-on-5 unless they were differing penalties, or let's see. Yeah, it looks like 5-on-5. So no power play as a result. 10:51 left, first period. Breakfast with the Bandits, going the Bandits' way here so far. 2-0 they lead very early. And McNulty now tries to make it 3-0. She was looking to get it to Camerata in front. Kepler keeps it in at the point, sends it toward the net. Knocked down by Bowers. Kepler now plays it over to Olivia Rothstein, and Olivia moves it back into her own zone, wraps it with the backhand around the dasher on the end line. It comes to the near side, again obscured from us, and Rothstein will bring it up. This is Gabby. She's got 1 goal. She had 2 in the 3rd period yesterday, and she's looking for continuance of that. Gets toward the net. One-timer McNulty had Wilkerson beaten, sent it just wide. Like a quarterback getting hit after releasing it in the pocket. Maeve McNulty got it off just as she was getting hit. She got it toward the net, but just a little bit wide. Otherwise, it would have been 3-0. Sent up and out just past the reach of Folia. Kepler picks it up, sends it near side wall for Camerata. Doesn't get it cleanly, and it's picked up and moved into the defensive zone by Ava Pavko. Sent up the middle, bumping there. Camerata collided with Salem, both okay. Both going for the puck. Gimiliano up the near side wall. Gate over toward the middle of the ice. McDonald hounded by Sperling, and eventually Shoemaker Gromick comes in and cleans it up and gets the dump in. Didn't have a lot on it, but enough to get it all the way over the end line. Comes to the point, Shoemaker Gromick had to retreat and sends it to Mandy Scott, who chips it forward for Mia McSherry, and the Bandits break in quickly. They are firing on all cylinders early, and they have a 2-0 lead. Sperling, sharp angle, wrist shot, knocked down, maybe by the mask of Wilkerson. Boy, that whistle on the other rink is just so loud as Mr. Referee obscures our view of everything here. We're just going to have to move that at the next whistle. Sperling grabs it, gets tripped up. It's going to be a power play for the Bandits. Kept in Shoemaker Gromick, and they blow the whistle. So it's going to be a trip on Salem. No witch trials there. They just convicted her. We are a mobile operation, and proving that now. On the power play, Gabby Rothstein on the dot, Maeve McNulty in the slot. Izzy Camarado will be on the half boards on the right side. The two previously penalized players have now exited, as that was the first whistle after 8:51 was remaining. They do allow the later change as a result because they only just let the players out of the box, so they should allow that because they didn't let the players out of the box until just now. Venuto now manning the right point, and they do let the home team get the last change, and in this case it's a very late change, but they rightfully do allow that, mainly because of the players that were in the box. Off the face-off, Gimiliano picks it up for St. James. Pavko fires it up, but Shoemaker Gromick got a piece, and she plays catch with Venuto. Venuto with the game winner on Saturday. Seeing if she could add to the total here, perhaps. Camarada on the far boards at the half boards, gets a little help there. Hutchinson picked it up. Nicholson, sorry. And the Bandits now, again, we're getting a lot of good looks at the back of the ref today. It's one of those games. Whistle blows there. I didn't even hear that whistle. So they'll face it off in the defensive zone. With 1:24 left on the power play. Julia Salem with the tripping infraction. Not a great look at the other end, but most of the action has been happening in the offensive zone for the Bandits. That's usually the way we like it on RizzoVision. Just with that position sometimes here in any rink. In this case, it was just the referee today just kind of constantly in the block in the picture of the stuff that you really want to see. 7:32 left first period. 2-0 Bandits, and they're on a power play for another 54 seconds. But now St. James really with their second best chance of the game. McSherry moves it forward. Sperling is going to jump on that puck. She's 1-on-3 unless she finds somebody down the middle. Gets all the way to the front, tries a jam shot, and Wilkerson makes the save and gets it cleared away. Sperling turned the corner. She went all the way. She danced along the end line, and she got all the way in. But couldn't convert it. 26 seconds left in the power play, just under 7 minutes left in the first. Breakfast with the Bandits on RizzoVision. 2-0 Bandits early. Down the middle is Folia, if Sperling could get it to her. Fired up and out by St. James. Now 10 seconds left in the penalty. Perhaps time for one final rush if they complete passes along the diagonals. They're not going to do it, so we're at full and even strength. So after the rough start by St. James, they do kill off the penalty as Otterbond, Claus, and Rizzo come in. Claus over to Rizzo, tries to chip it forward and get through the D. She scored on one of those last week against the Rockets in a similar play. puck will go down. It's not going to be icing as it took a good angle off the boards, a favorable one for St. James. They'll play with it beyond the end line on the far side. Comes toward the middle, knocked down by Claus. Rizzo gets a piece, tries to send it up the middle for Claus, just about a millimeter too far on the lead. Claus hounding, forces the turnover over to Rizzo. Rizzo now to Otterbein. Otterbein picks it up, looking for a lane, flicks it toward the far corner. Rizzo took a spill over there, got up a little bit slowly, and I think she's gonna try to skate that one off. Riley up the middle for Claus. Claus and Salem battle for it. Otterbein picks it up, sent it toward the middle, but Salem picked it up. McDonald now with it on the left wing. We're giving up a little bit of the view there to give you a better view here. Picked up now by Camerata, and she's going to go with Otterbein as Rizzo changes behind the play. Camerata is going to skate it all the way into the near side corner, tries to center it, it goes off the back of the cage. They play with it below the end line, playing catch Camerata and Otterbein, but maybe like a little T-ball catch there where incomplete passes. Camerata, sharp angle shot. Wilkerson saw it and she knocked it away. Otterbein hustles out for the change. She was the lone forechecker in there, so she was caught up and on the good offensive chance stayed in the play. But now Gabby Rothstein, who jumped out for her and has been absolutely on fire, centered. It goes off of the right pad and Wilkerson traps it down. So a good save there by Taylor Wilkerson on a very close play as that close range shot got a little elevation, but she stood her ground. 2-0 Bandits, 4:28 left first period. Breakfast with the Bandits from Springfield, Virginia. The 4 to 5 hour ride home, hopefully under better conditions today, but no conditions beat driving home after a win. And if they get one here, they'll have swept the weekend series after a 3-1 win Saturday night for the Bandits. Wilkerson gets it in the pads. It redirected on the way in. It looked like Pavko was trying to block the shot. It redirected slightly off of her skate, and on the direction change, it nearly found its way through the pads, but Wilkerson slammed the door just in time. 4:06 left first period, 2-0 Bandits. Folia wins the faceoff to Sperling, who chips it back to Folia. Close range, fires a shot just wide. Batchelor had it for a moment. Centering feed, Sperling and Bowers collide. Somebody sends the puck right at us, Gimiliano. Olivia Rothstein up to Jessie Sperling, brings it up the middle, looking for an open lane, sends it at Wilkerson, she kicks it away. Sperling recovers in the near side corner, battled by Gimiliano, spins away from her, centers it in front, Bowers got a piece. It comes to the near side wall, Sienna Batchelor is going to get that, send it up, but Folia knocked it away. Bowers jumps in and picks it up, and Willa Bowers will skate it in all alone, sends a shot at Lexi Riley. That handcuffed Lexi a little bit, but she never let that puck hit the ice after the initial shot, so the whistle stops play with 3:25 left, period one. 2-0 Bandits, 9-3 for the Bandits on the shot clock. This one's been quite a different affair than the one that they had on Saturday evening when St. James brought a 1-0 lead into the third period, and then the Bandits recovered and scored 3 in the final 7 minutes. Offside on St. James, so they'll bring that face-off out of the zone. Otterbein with Rizzo and Bellin. Shoemaker, Gromick, and Scott on D. That's how they line up. Otterbein wins the face-off. Sent up, bounces off a stick. Rizzo and Otterbein battling in over Loftus. Otterbein gets low. Shot, save Wilkerson. Rizzo was on the back door waiting for that thing to drop. And Mandy Scott gives you a little wink. She was looking for that one too. Otterbein on the dot, Rizzo in the slot, Bellin on the near side wing. Bellin tips the face-off win over to Scott, who sends it down low. Otterbein circling, Rizzo trying to get open, finds her. Rizzo shot, loose after a save. Bellin trying to jam it in, but couldn't quite get through the stick of Mallory Beimers, who saved her team a goal right there. Bella Bellin was on the doorstep looking for her first of the season. Centering feed doesn't get through, and Scott will pick it up, get a little pick from Rizzo, and then some movement up the left wing by Ava Otterbein, barreling through, gets through. Otterbein sends it toward the net, having Bellin try to chase it out the other side. It's chipped up forward, and it bounces off the boards. Nicholson got just enough of a piece, or Rizzo was going to take that and send it right back to Otterbein in the slot. Shoemaker-Gromick will blitz here on her own. Otterbein stays in, but two others change. Pounded in front, Wilkerson diving at it, still loose. Good job by the refs to not blow the whistle there and keep play moving. Came to the point for Shoemaker-Gromick, who's able to send it through traffic, and Shoemaker-Gromick hustles off for a change. Camarada fishes it out of the corner to herself. Otterbein's still out there. And it's like the same thing that happened on the previous shift, where she was the attacking forward, and now she's going to peel off out of picture and come off for the change, and Gabby Rothstein will get out there. So the attack by the Bandits and the possession now with 90 seconds left in the first has been overwhelming at times, and they just keep the puck in the St. James zone for minutes at a time here. Gabby Rothstein comes in, works the stick, wrist shot, saved Wilkerson, and left it for Gimiliano or Pavko to pick up, but Gabby Rothstein out-hustles there. Push down from behind. Good no call. That was not a check. That's a push. You're allowed to do that. If she pushed her into the face into the boards, Camarada shot, knocked away, and it goes fluttering toward the back wall. Gabby Rothstein now spinning. Gimiliano picks this one up, but Camarada hounds her. Bandits just giving St. James no time or space. They're just taking it away constantly. Centering feed by Camarada for Gabby Rothstein doesn't connect. Olivia Rothstein picks it off. Gabby Rothstein, Maeve McNulty. How many Bandits are out there? It seems like they have 7. 35 seconds left in the first period, and the Bandits lead at 2-0. Camarada sweeps in, takes it away from Salem. The Bandits have changed lines 2 times on one offensive possession. They have 22 seconds left in the first period, and it's offside. They'll complete the remainder of that line change as Folia and McSherry will join Sperling up front for the final 19 seconds. Kepler on the back line with Shoemaker-Gromick. On the face-off, the Bandits are going to win it, send it right up the middle. Would have been an icing, but Battaglia knocked it down. 13 against 13. Batchelor sends it off the boards. Folia picks it off. She's got 7 seconds. Trying to send it down low. A lot of traffic over there, and they're going to knock it out of the zone and end the period with a 2-0 margin in favor of the Bandits. Shots 12-3 in favor of the Bandits. A great start for the team that has come down from New Jersey. Bandits will start the second period full and even strength both teams. They have a 12-3 lead on the shot clock and a 2-0 lead on the scoreboard. Breakfast with the Bandits on RizzoVision has been bacon, egg, and cheese so far. Underway, period 2. Comes to the point. Pavko banks it back down in. Picked off by Shoemaker-Gromick at the end boards and picked up now by Folia helping out. McSherry's over there on the board. She'll just stand sentry and let Folia get moving, but Hill picks it off. Ayla Hill gets down low, wrist shot. Actually, Shoemaker-Gromick picked up her stick blade just before she could release it, preventing the shot. Goes over the end line, and now to the point. Gimiliano with the headhunter there. Looked like it hit maybe Shoemaker-Gromick in the helmet. She's at the point now. Tries to send it in. Sperling almost picked it off, and she might have been off to the races. Pavko was there. Here comes McSherry getting through. She's going to look to turn the corner. Pavko doesn't let her do it cleanly. Centering attempt goes off the back of the cage. Gimiliano up near side to Gate. Gate sends it up the middle on Hill. Stick for the breakout. Hill maybe was going to be behind the D, but couldn't corral it cleanly. And when you give Logan Shoemaker-Gromick time to recover, she's going to recover, and she did. Comes up the near side wall. Battaglia bats it in at the point. Puck battle over there, sent to the middle. Shoemaker Gromick quickly sends it up for Mia McSherry, number 13. Here comes McSherry one-on-one toward the middle, wrist shot. Wilkerson sees it and steers the rebound to the corner. She gets a little help, but not quite enough as the Bandits take possession. Gabby Rothstein trying to give it to Izzy Camarata to unload the Camarata cannon, but couldn't light the fuse there. Goes down for the icing. 15:07 left, period 2. 2-0 Bandits on Breakfast with the Bandits on RizzoVision. What are you having today? What are you watching the game with and having? Is it just coffee? Are you a tea person? Is it eggs? Is it oatmeal? We want to know. Put it in the comments. Fernanda Venuto at the point sends it toward Mandy Scott, and it's knocked away as Margot Nicholson was in the passing lane. So good anticipation by Nicholson there. And the Bandits have to watch that play. The St. James players have picked up on that a little bit right away. Camarata along the end line trying to look for somebody as she curls out, spins. She'll walk right to the net. Shot, save by Wilkerson, and she yields no rebound. 14:36 left, period 2. 2-0 Bandits, 14-3 the shots. Okay, we have an oatmeal and coffee. Yeah, I went eggs with like these tater tot looking things and an Americano, but I'll be looking forward to the Dunkin' on the way home. Venuto tees it up, didn't have the shooting lane, there was traffic in front, so she sent it across the slot. Camarata picks it up, trying to get McNulty or Gabby Rothstein in front. Gabby Rothstein has it, looking, turns, sends it in front, looking for McNulty on the redirection, and didn't quite connect it. But when stuff is working, you're not going to complete all of them, but just the fact that they're even getting those plays shows it's working. Battaglia sends it forward. Ayla Hill has really been the best puck mover so far for St. James in this game. Venuto walks in. Venuto will take it all the way. Centers in front, knocked forward. Big save by Wilkerson on McNulty. How did that not go in? She got it with her behind. It was under Wilkerson, but Taylor Wilkerson just held on long enough. Otterbein now as McDonald sends that one forward. Picked off by Salem. She's going to march it all the way down. And the whistle stops play. Couple of young players watching the game. They're nice enough to move down a little bit to give us a little more view of what we could see. Centering attempt doesn't get through. Near side wall. And why are we all the way down here? Because when we were at center ice, we couldn't see a lot of the action that was going on in front of the nets. Claus trying to knock it out, looking for Rizzo. He was trying to get on the one-on-one break. Pavko stays back, and that basically is allowing the Bandits to play 4-on-4 without the extra defenseman in there. That puck is going to find its way out of the zone. Gimogliano sends it forward. Claus got away with an inadvertent trip there. A trip's a trip, whether you do it on purpose or not. But typically, if the puck is there and you're playing the puck on your stick, they won't call it. If the puck's not there, then they will call it. Claus sends it forward. Rizzo pressures Gimogliano, forces the turnover to herself with a little help from Claus. Pavko picks it up. She's going to circle around the net, send it right up the middle. Oh, Olivia Rothstein. If she could have knocked that down, she would have walked in right between the points and maybe not walked in all the way toward the net. Rizzo shields off Bowers, sends it down, and allows the Bandits to complete the change. We talk about it often. Dumping pucks in as Sperling picks it off, walks down the middle, leaves it for McSherry, who fires it. Big save with the right pad through traffic by Taylor Wilkerson. Rothstein sends it down for McSherry. and it goes to the point. Morgan Kepler fires it at the net, knocked away by Bowers, powered forward by McSherry. Chimoyano moves it forward. Kepler moves it right back in. Sperling fights off a Rosenberg. Olivia Rothstein steps into a slapper. Somebody got a piece of her stick. It looked like Rosenberg, Samantha Rosenberg. Sperling at neutral ice. You get a good look at the ref. He needs a haircut. Here comes Sperling. Walks down low. Big save off the wrister by Wilkerson. So Taylor Wilkerson keeping it close here. She's under fire. 17 for the shots. Olivia Rothstein fires it down. Bowers got a piece. McSherry picks it up. Shot saved with the glove by Wilkerson, and she holds on. 10:58 left, second period. 2-0 Bandits. Breakfast with the Bandits. What are you eating? What are you drinking? So far, whatever the Bandits chose has worked out for them well. Gabby Rothstein on the dot. Maeve McNulty in the slot. Amarada on the far side wing. Scott and Shoemaker Gromick on D. McDonald has it. And there you get a look at a bunch of young men waiting for their game. The York Devils. Face off to the circle to the left of Lexi Riley. She hasn't been busy. Not nearly as busy as Harper Keenan was. Here comes Maeve McNulty. You get a good look at 4. She turns the corner on the far side, tries to center it, but Battaglia doesn't let it through. Comes between the points. Shoemaker Gromick gets it, fires it down. Right pad save. That did not take the rebound that Wilkerson wanted. It came right back toward the middle, but they survive. To St. James. Gabby Rothstein has been a dervish. Camarada unleashes the cannon. Got it at the net, but another save by Wilkerson. The shots now just getting very lopsided here. And this is a different game than the Saturday evening contest. There you see Logan Shoemaker Gromick. The Stevenson commit. And on the face-off, Willa Bowers wins it. Chimoyano over to Batchelor, who gets it out toward Gate, but it eludes her stick. Shoemaker Gromick retreats back into her own zone. Now it comes into neutral ice, and Batchelor has to play it all the way back. Pursuing is Gabby Rothstein. Pavko sends it for Bowers, but couldn't connect. Bowers gets it. Back anyway, gets down low, shot, save Riley, and another save. It's loose in front. Somebody swept it out. There's a lot of bodies there, and that one goes in. Pavko found a lane through all of the traffic. Ava Pavko steps into it and finds some way that puck through a ton of traffic, and with 9:37 left in period 2, St. James cuts the deficit to 2-1. Just myriad bodies in front, and on what's now their 8th shot of the game, they got 3 in that sequence. St. James has sliced into the deficit. Otterbein walks in, has Rizzo and Bellin, centers it for Bellin, but it didn't get through. Rizzo almost knocked it away. Otterbein now with some pressure. Sent in by Batchelor on the dump. Knocked up this way by Olivia Rothstein. Centered in front, goes all the way out, or rather kept in. Bellin was trying to chip it forward to get a break for herself or maybe for Rizzo. The two of them were waiting to explode. Somebody's back door wide open. It's Hill, the one that you don't want to leave open. Up the near side wall, there's Venuto trying to chip it off the wall for herself. Otterbein gets it, gives you a little stick tap. Rizzo's over there. Gate picks it up. Hill has it, moves it forward for herself, and it comes back to the near side. Rizzo was looking for Otterbein, gave just a little too much on it. Picked up in the neutral zone by Rosenberg, and Samantha Rosenberg brings it in offside. 8:34 left, period 2. The plot has thickened. The Bandits have been dominant, but St. James, Ava Pavko, the defenseman, on the right point. She came down to the top of the slot and sent a puck through a sea of bodies and into the net to make it 2-1. She sent another one at the net. Well, that wasn't she, but another one at the net. Riley let it exceed the height of the crossbar. And now St. James with some of, if they're not best possessions of the game. McSherry tries to fish it out on the side wall. Folia's there. McSherry does get it up, but not out of the zone. Loftus kept it in after maintaining control. Sent along the boards, kept in again. Sent at the net. It hit somebody, Nicholson in front. Sent down the middle. So, oh, she got a tap on that, but the referee didn't see it. Sperling looked like she tapped that puck with her stick, and she's shaking her head. I don't think the referee saw or heard it. It was just at the very tip of her stick, like a foul tip that goes into the catcher's glove in baseball. Sometimes you don't even see that it happened when you're watching even on TV with great pictures. So the defensive zone draw goes to Gabby Rothstein, who sent it to the wall, brought it out for herself, crisscrosses with Maeve McNulty, and there you get a good look at Gabby Rothstein, 18. Gets all the way in, down low, list shot. Somebody got a piece, it was Battaglia. Camerata trying to tee it up, and she fires it into the top left corner of the net to make it 3-1 with 7:28 left in period 2. Izzy Camerata from Gabby Rothstein restores the 2-goal advantage for the Bandits. Good movement in the defensive zone led to that play. Gabby Rothstein won the face-off to Lexi Riley's right. She won it to herself in the corner, and St. James, as a unit, just gave her a little bit too much room. She took it from the far corner all the way up the middle of the ice, right in front of us, negotiated it around into the offensive zone, found Camerata in front. Rothstein picks it off, shot, big save by Wilkerson. Bowers is going to bring it out now. Orla Bowers, 19, trying to turn the corner around Venuto. Does get around, but Scott comes in to knock her away, running into the goalie. I think they're going to call a hook. We'll see if it's on Venuto or if it's on Scott. It's Venuto. She goes right to the box. And when they talk about penalties that you like, so to speak, or that you don't like, that's one of the ones that, as a coach, you don't mind, because a player is about to have a scoring chance and you don't want her to just get freely in on your netminder. So Venuto did what she needed to do to slow down the charging Bowers. Scott came through to sweep the puck away before it actually got to Lexi Riley. And now Fernandez's teammates have to pick her up a little bit and kill off the power play. Bandits with a 3-1 lead on Breakfast with the Bandits. 1:45 left on the power play as that one's sent down for the icing. With 6:39 left in period 2. 23-8 the shots for the Bandits. The 3-1 score was the final on Saturday evening, a game that ended about 9:30 Eastern time. So we're talking about something in the manner of 14 hours ago. About a 10-hour break, a 14-hour break between games for these teams. Pavko sends it forward as they try to set up. Riley with the big save. Rebound was in front, and somebody got a piece of it before it could get fired in. Folia is going to break out. Julia Folia going to send it right in and peel off for a change. McSherry and Folia jump off. Gabby Rothstein jumps on along with Mandy Scott. Scott has been playing defense for most of the past few weeks, but on the penalty kill, we have seen her up front, and that's where she is at the moment. As Olivia Rothstein takes it, tries to fire it out, but just, she had me fooled. I was looking down the ice, and maybe one of the St. James players just knocked it down. Far side corner, it's Gabby Rothstein battling for it, sent down, and they'll just take the icing once again. So as the clock stops, there's 5:37 left. Maybe you could see it. In period 2, there is 38 seconds remaining in the penalty kill for the Bandits. And then Fernanda Venuto will exit the box. The Bandits want her in there for the full 38 minutes. Why? Well, that would mean they've killed off the penalty, because on a power play, as Gimogliano fires it, and Lexi Riley makes the save. She didn't catch it cleanly with the glove, but she got plenty on it and then covered it as it hit the ice. If you have a minor penalty, it's typically 2 minutes. It's always 2 minutes when you have a 17-minute period or more. Sometimes at tournaments, as Gabby Rothstein puts Gimogliano under pressure. Sometimes at tournaments you have a 15-minute period or a 16-minute period, and I think if they go to 15-minute periods, the penalties are a minute and a half. But a minor penalty will mean that if one team is at a disadvantage, as Mandy Scott sells out to get it into the zone, a minor penalty will mean you're at the disadvantage for as long as it takes for the other team to score, and if the other team, the offensive team, scores, then the penalty is immediately expired. If it's a major penalty, that player stays in the box the entire time with the man advantage happening. A little bit of a sloppy change there for the moment, but the Bandits clean it up. McSherry fires it wide. They've killed off the penalty, and they have a 3-1 lead in the game with 4:28 left in the second period. Things going well. Wraparound attempt, and it's pushed in by Jessie Sperling to make it 4-1 with 4:19 left in the second period. The wraparound attempt, Sperling was just unmarked. She sent it there with the backhand. Wilkerson got the pad on it, but Sperling just saw it and tapped it right in. So that's a big one. When you push the advantage to 3 goals, you're really changing the complexion of the game. Otterbein now up front with Rizzo and Claus. Sent in, and I think they called the icing there. Shoemaker-Gromick wondering why, but I guess she looked like she was close enough to the center line, but they ruled that she was not. So the defensive zone draw. Otterbein on the dot. Claus and Rizzo will man the slot along with Venuto. And Shoemaker-Gromick goes to the far side wall. That's typically how they align on face-offs in the defensive end. Sent at Riley, she gloves it down, and we'll do it all over again with 4:11 left in period 2. And now a 4-1 lead for the Bandits. Breakfast with the Bandits has been a hearty American breakfast so far. Taylor ham, egg, and cheese, not pork roll. That's what they are having so far. Rizzo knocked that one down from McDonald. Otterbein picks it up, and they race in to the offensive zone. Otterbein down the middle. Wilkerson had the save. Otterbein picks it up, looking for Rizzo, finds her. No, it goes through to Shoemaker-Gromick. Long shot off the head of Loftus. Now gets it back again. Redirected by Otterbein, but couldn't quite get it at the net. Claus is going to chase this one down in a puck battle over there. It's sent to Shoemaker-Gromick. She's looking for somebody or something. Tries to send it down for the redirect for Claus. Battaglia was over there. Otterbein, you get a good look at Otterbein and McDonald battling for it. Rizzo trying to swoop in, and let's see who pulls it out. It's Hill. Ayla Hill gets all the way through, but has to dump it. Didn't want to do that. She wanted to try to take it all the way. Battled for on the far side corner. Centering feed is going to go all the way up to Pavko. Rizzo's going to hound her over there. maybe got a piece of it as Pavko sends it down. They try to move it into the house, so to speak, that area right in front of the net. Claus got a piece of whoever was there, and it's sent out. Rizzo trying to chase it down, doesn't have the angle. Pavko did have the angle, and she shielded her off of it, but Otterbein picks it up into open ice. Rizzo goes off for a change, so does Claus, and on jump Camerata and McNulty. Izzy Camerata, she's got one. She sends it to the point for Olivia Rothstein, redirected possibly by a high stick, but Camerata did keep it just at shoulder level. Venuto kept it in. I had a super angle right there. It looked like it was out, so good job by Fernanda getting the benefit of the call. 2:05 left, period 2. 4-1 Bandits. Olivia Rothstein sends it at the net. McNulty gets decked, and it's going to be a power play. Wow, I can't believe they blew the whistle right there. Camerata, if that went in, that should have counted. But McNulty gets interfered with in front as she was trying to redirect that puck in. Pavko, they're giving the interference call too, so Eva Pavko jumps in. And that's one of those, again, we talked about a good penalty. Pavko's coach is not going to be mad that she took that penalty because McNulty was in a prime 5-star scoring position, and that's a good penalty. Let your teammates kill off the rest. Keep the score 4-1. So 1:58 in the period, 2 minutes on the power play. Let's see if the Bandits can truncate the power play by putting one in the back of the net. There you see Olivia Rothstein. Near side wall. McNulty and Gabby Rothstein trying to work it. Loftus presses Gabby Rothstein against the boards. Olivia now blocking our view a little bit because she's cheating all the way down because there's nobody there to mark her. Olivia Rothstein sends it down low. Good pressure by the Bandits. It doesn't always result in a goal, but it's good playing, and it might show up somewhere else as a goal. Sent at the net, goes just wide. Olivia Rothstein, just nobody marking her, sends it right back down through. And why not have your point cheat all the way down? Look at this. If she was at the point, she wouldn't have been nowhere near that. Instead, she's sending pucks into the danger zone as Morgan Kepler retreats and gets it back, sends it for Gabby Rothstein. There you see Gabby, number 18. You get a good look at her. She'll move it into the near side corner for McNulty. Back to Gabby Rothstein. It goes through to the top of the slot. Izzy Camerata gets it. Looking. Here's Olivia Rothstein and Camerata. They have to knock it down, and eventually gravity takes its toll and brings the puck to the ice. McNulty lets it go through. Loftus picks it up along the end line. About 37 seconds left in the period. The period would expire before the penalty, so we'll just watch the period time. Olivia Rothstein all the way down. Big pressure down low by the Bandits. Camerata's going to hustle over and keep it in. Sells out and just gets checked. That's going to be a penalty, so we'll go 5-on-3 for the rest of the period. Camerata getting up seems to be okay. That's always the most important thing. So they call it interference. I probably would have called it a body check. If they call it interference, it basically means there's no chance of a 2-10. So into the box goes Willa Bowers. And it's a 5-on-3 for 23 seconds, but there's only 20.5 left in the period. Picked off by Hill. She's going to try to race in 3-on-5. Gets tripped up. This is going to be a penalty shot. This is a penalty shot. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to move.
Sorry.
We'll go down and get a good look at the penalty shot for you. Ayla Hill, 3-on-5, got the breakaway. Now she will battle Lexi Riley. It's 4-1 Bandits. St. James needs this like they need air if they want to stay in the game. Ayla Hill versus Lexi Riley with 10.6 seconds left as she points to the sky. Here comes Hill. She'll go right down the middle, get it to the backhand, and score. So 3-on-5, Ayla Hill with the celebration, a well-earned one right there. She just picked off a pass, raced in, got tripped up for the penalty shot, and is able to beat Riley. So it's 4-2 as St. James had their flickering hopes greatly ignited. Still 3-on-5. Sperling picks it off. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2. That'll expire the period. And we'll stay down here for the third. So the Bandits will commence period number 3 with a 4-2 lead and a 5-on-3 manpower advantage for 2 seconds. So they'll have the time to win the face-off, if so, and get it into the offensive zone with 2 players advantage. And then Havco will repatriate the ice from the box to make it a 5-on-4. So breakfast with the Bandits has gone mostly the Bandits' way, and you don't often see a goal 3-on-5 by the team that is shorthanded, but you've seen one courtesy of the penalty shot. And you don't see penalty shots very often, so you got a penalty shot and a penalty shot on a 3-on-5. That's a double whammy right there. And it was an absolutely great move by Hill. She pointed to the sky before touching the puck, and she pointed back to the sky and did a well-earned celebration after beating Lexi Riley, which is a tall task. Taylor Wilkerson will guard the net to your YouTube right, and Lexi Riley goes down back to the end on your YouTube left for period number 3. Why are we here on this end? Well, it's because when we were at center ice, we were being obscured a little bit too much by the ref. So we're going a little bit closer in the offensive zone as Izzy Camerata brings it in, and we're now 5-on-4 for the Bandits as they start play here in the third period. Breakfast with the Bandits. McNulty centered it, just couldn't quite connect with Gabby Rothstein's stick. Gate will move it up, gets it out, but Gabby Rothstein picks it off. Spinning Gate around, goes through like a surfer on waves around the waves of St. James players. Gabby Rothstein had it, lost it, spun around, still has it. Still going to the net. Finally just lost it on her own, but sometimes she regains it, and she does, just like that. She loses it, she regains it, she loses it, she regains it. Sometimes she doesn't lose it. Camerata picks that one off. She's going to try to turn and get to the net, and she does it in the far circle. Sends it at Wilkerson. Gabby Rothstein on the rebound, had an open look, but sent it just wide. Gate might have gotten the stick on it to redirect it. It's chipped up and goes out of the zone. Scott picks it up. She plays it back to Shoemaker Gromek, who sends it up the middle. Was looking to spring McNulty, and Gate gains the line of center, fires it down. 23 seconds left on the power play for the Bandits, who lead 4-2. Here's Izzy Camerata. Hit the brakes, was looking to send it to Jessie Sperling in the middle, but Salem and Hill converged upon her. Camerata now battling Salem as the penalty is about to expire. Fires that one wide. Sperling picks it up on the near side wall. You get a good look at Jessie. He's looking for Folia in the middle. It's brought in by Venuto, and she was not trying to play it forward, but it goes offside. Breakfast with the Bandits. So far, so good. 4-2. They had built it to 4-1, but with a 5-on-3 advantage, Ayla Hill picked off a pass for St. James and rushed in. Was awarded a penalty shot on the trip up and converted on it. That's what's brought us to 4-2. 26-11 the shots for the Bandits, so if they just play D, they'll walk out of here with a sweep of the weekend series. But St. James is going to make them earn it. Wrist shot by Nicholson was blocked away and goes wide. Battled for along the near side wall, a little bit out of view. Moved up by Folia. Here's Folia. Wrist shot, handcuffed the goaltender Wilkerson, and the puck directed right in front of the St. James bench. Picked off by Sperling. She's looking maybe for McSherry or firing it. Big save with the glove by Wilkerson. Centering feed, couldn't get all the way through as Beimers and Nicholson interrupted it. Folia trying to bring it right out. Sent it right through the crease. It went along the line and couldn't find its way in. That one went under Nicholson, but it didn't hit a skate or her stick or anybody else's stick, and it just went right through. Redirected in front, friendly fire by Loftus, but Wilkerson keeps it out of the net. Bandits now establishing that possession like they have a lot. Centering feed, knocked away by Wilkerson. She didn't let it get in front, and she dives to cover it with the glove, and 13:43 remaining in period 3. 4-2 Bandits trying to salt this one away. Otterbein will be on the dot. Bellin in the slot, Rizzo on the far side wing. Kepler will cheat up between the points. Shoemaker Gromick at the left point. All the way here, you can see Sienna Batchelor trying to cheat it through, and Kepler had her marked the whole way. Bellin keeps it in along the far side, the near side dasher. Bellin got spun around. Her stick got caught in the boards there, and she was turning. Rizzo had it for a moment. Otterbein picks it up, chips it forward, can't keep it in. Bellin grabs it and sends it back to Kepler. Kepler's got to recover it, but Bellin got it into safe ice. Now playing catch, but it takes a funky bounce off the glass on the far side and goes out of play. 13:12 left, period number 3. 4-2 Bandits on Breakfast with the Bandits. Gabby Rothstein on the dot. Comes to Gimiliano. It's a foot race. Camerata puts pressure. Got a piece of it. Batchelor sends it in, but didn't get the full dump. Gimiliano has it. Plays catch with Pavko. She had the first goal for St. James. Bump over there, and they call an interference. Boy, that's a call that seems pretty dubious. Just playing the puck right there, and they call an interference. The player was just moving the puck and not trying to advance her position. So Camerata with the unfortunate call, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Sent down, and if it goes on goal, it will not be an icing. Wilkerson lets it go. McSherry almost raced it down as the puck was slowing. You got a good look at me and McSherry. 13. Up front with Julia Folia. Kepler and Shoemaker Gromick, the defense pair. Bowers up front with Sam Rosenberg in the slot for St. James. Pavko and Hill, right and left point. Looks like McDonald on the right wing, or is that Gate? Gate is on the right wing for St. James. So there's your alignment with 12:35 left. Clock not moving. They gain, clock still not moving. Clock not moving. So they're getting extra power play time. And now they blow the whistle. They should probably tick off about 9 seconds. Let's see if they do. The clock isn't moving. And that's a great job by the home clock operators there, with your team losing 4-2 and they're on a power play. You just don't start the clock. That's a good way to get extra power play time. Let's see what they tick it down. They only tick 2 seconds off, but they move the face-off out. So fair enough. It's not the NHL, folks. Don't worry about a couple of seconds here and there. We don't have professional paid timekeepers. We have mostly parents just stepping in and stepping up. Wrist shot, Riley gloves it down, yields no rebound, and it's a good thing because Willa Bowers was barreling in for that one. 12-12 left in the game. 4-2 Bandits, not in hand yet. Now they do tick off a few more seconds here. And now the fans wondering why it's being ticked down, but the referee is making them tick it down. And now they've got it exactly to what I said. Between last time and this time, they ticked off 9 seconds. So good job by this guy. I'm patting myself on the back. 12:01 now left in the game. 1:12 in the power play for St. James. They got one of the breaks that they needed to try to get back in this game, down 3 on 5. Ayla Hill, who you see closest to you, got a breakaway, got tripped up and scored on a penalty shot. It comes to the point. Pavko tries to get it set up. Not a lot of room there. Gate sends it, rather that's Bowers. Comes to the near side. Hill keeps it in, cheating down. They battle for it along the near side wall. It's sort of out of picture. Between the points now, Pavko. Gabby Rothstein knocks it away from her, gets it out of the zone, which is the main thing. And now picked up by Olivia Rothstein, who tries to send it at you at home. Ava Pavko picks it up. She's got one of the goals for St. James. That one blown dead offside. McSherry, Gabby Rothstein, Jessie Sperling, and Izzy Camerata for the Bandits. So with 28 seconds left in the power play, if this is not St. James' best chance to get back in the game, it sure looks like it is right now. We'll see what it proves to be. The Bandits don't take a heck of a lot of penalties, so Lexi Riley makes the save at close range on Sayili Gate. 10 seconds left on the power play, and then Camerata will exit that box. Folia and McSherry up front to kill off the last few. Nicholson centered it for Gate. Teeing it up is Gimiliano, and through a lot of traffic, Lexi Riley gloves that one down. Pavko scored on sort of a similar shot. You could see St. James is just going to blitz the front of the net, put a lot of traffic there, and try to get it through. They've killed off the penalty and created a 2-on-1. Sperling with McSherry. Now Folia joins the crew. Gimiliano broke it up. Near side wall, Batchelor moves it forward for Gate. Gate will gain the line of center and try to carry it all the way in. No dump there. And not an easy change as Folia puts the pressure on. Folia sends it at Wilkerson, who kicks it away with the right pad. Gate has it, spins around the forecheck of McSherry, now gains the line of center and dumps it in. Moved up but not out as it's picked off by Bowers. Gets a little traffic from Kepler off the head of one of the St. James players and bounces down for McSherry. McSherry coming at you live. Gets through into the offensive zone. Tried to get around McDonald and Battaglia after she beat Loftus, but eventually loses the 1-on-3. Bowers chips it up the board, steps into Kepler right there. Kepler goes down, but she's okay. Sent at the net by Sperling with the backhand and knocked down and covered up by Wilkerson. Taylor Wilkerson now with her 27th save. Lexi Riley on the other end has stopped 11 of 13. So that means the shot advantage is 31-13 for the Bandits, who have a 2-goal lead, 4-2 with 9:35 left in breakfast with the Bandits. Rizzo off the far side wall plays catch with Venuto, sent at the net, sticked aside by Wilkerson. It comes back to Claus. She's trying to tee it up. didn't quite get the shot off quickly enough as Nicholson snuffed it. Gimigliano will grab the pass from Pavko, but Rizzo's going to pick it off at the half boards, trying to center it for Claus, but Hill got the left skate on it. Rizzo and Hill will battle for it along the end line. Claus will join in to force the play forward. Nicholson now can't get through Otterbein, but she does get it out of the zone. Pounded back in, onside. Pavko forced to pick it up under not much pressure because she reversed it quickly to Gimigliano, who sends it right up to Nicholson. They get it out of the zone, but not with possession yet. Scott forward, didn't get it on the connection for Claus because she dumped it in. Pavko picks it up behind the end line, up the far side wall. It takes a friendly bounce off the boards for Ayla Hill. Hill gets around Venuto. Hill sharp angle shot, missed the net. Had a lot on it, didn't have the accuracy. 4-2 Bandits, now 8:27 left in the game. Can they salt it away? Right on your screen is Ava Otterbein, marches in. Beimers was able to knock it away from her. Now they play with it. Camerata picks this one off, fires it off the right shin pad of Beimers. Loftus bumped Camerata over there. That one's sent down. It's not going to be an icing as Kepler picks it up, sends it up the middle for Camerata. Camerata fields it, gains the line, sends it for Gabby Rothstein, but put it in her skates. And maybe she was looking for McNulty because they were both there, just about a foot apart. Bowers' wrist shot sent wide as we tick down to 7:40 left. 4-2 Bandits. And they hold off St. James. They've outshot them 32-13, but St. James has been a game opponent. They haven't had anything but a large disadvantage in shots over last night's game and this one, and yet they've found ways to put a couple of pucks in the net and keep these games real tight and up in the air until the final moments. Here's Izzy Camerata, one-on-one with Loftus, gains the line, wrist shot, sent it over the net, had a lot on it. Gabby Rothstein picks it up along the far boards, gets through one, got the stick tied up on Gate's shoulder, not on purpose, but that's just the way it goes. Shoemaker-Gromick fires it wide, Camerata picks it up, looking to get through the middle, does a spin move, the phone booth move, now turning on the forehand, tries to get it through traffic, can't do it. Beimers knocked it down. Bowers got it taken away by McNulty, who centers it, who's looking for a redirection off of any player that might have been there. Kepler steers it back to Shoemaker-Gromick, who sends it right to Camerata, who's going to try to tee it up, and they blow the whistle for offside. I guess they said Camerata put herself offside, but if you have possession of the puck, you are actually allowed to come into the zone with the pucks not being in the zone with you, but it's a very tough call to make. It's not called very often. Looks like Camerata had possession. Knocked down by Folia. McSherry trying to tee it up, knocked down by Gimigliano, and she's wincing in pain after taking that one in the left ankle, it looked like. She's still out there though because she's a hockey player. And let's see if she gets to the bench. She does now, under her own power. She changes off. Josephine Gimigliano. She's had a good run here in these couple of games. Pavko sends it through the middle but doesn't connect. Knocked down was Hill. Sperling's going to bring it in, send it off the left shoulder of Wilkerson, who didn't know where it was. If she was an inch shorter, that puck was going in the net. Centering feed by McSherry. Doesn't find its location. Moved forward by McDonald. Here comes Salem. You can hear Go Julia from the crowd just above us, so the Salems are here. Fernanda Venuto trying to get around 1-on-3. Got through one, but couldn't get through the second. Now regains the puck, gets through one again. Centering feed for McSherry, but it was knocked away by Battaglia. Otterbein now at the point, tees it up, redirected. It hit Venuto in front, who's down. Rizzo tries to pound it forward. Otterbein now at the point, sends it down low for McSherry. Rizzo trying to grab that. A little Sunday gravy by Battaglia got it out. Yes, I know it's sauce, but because it's Sunday, we use the expression Sunday gravy sometimes when there's a saucy pass. Yes, camaradas, that's for you. I know, gravy is the thing that you put on biscuits. Rizzo chips it out, chips it up, and eventually they get it out. Olivia Rothstein has it, flicks it at you. There you get a good look. At Beimers. Sam Rosenberg moving it up, out, brings it back into the zone. Claus trying to redirect it. Banked off the near side wall. Bowers picks it up. Olivia Rothstein hounds her. Claus directing traffic, says go to the other side, and gets it for Rizzo. Oh, Rizzo was trying to chip it past Pavko. She would have had Beimers to beat maybe as well, but sent at the net by Nicholson, 1-on-4. She'll skate off. Shoemaker Gromick up to Annalise Claus. Knocked down by Hill, picked off by McNulty. Got sort of tripped up. If she had gone down, they probably would have called the trip, but Maeve McNulty kept her skates. Gabby Rothstein had it, got it taken away, moved up and through the zone. Ayla Hill, she's had a big game. She has the power play, well, the shorthanded 3-on-5 penalty shot goal. That made it 4-2, but there's been no scoring since. And we're down to 2:54 left in the game, and the Bandits leading 4-2 on Breakfast with the Bandits at RizzoVision. Timeout taken, I believe, by St. James. So they're down by 2. They have an offensive zone face-off. There's 2:54 left. Their team has been outshot 34-17. So despite that, and despite the Bandits having much the better of the possession, St. James has remained in the game. The Bandits are just looking to get out of here with a win. We do talk about deficits, and the team holding the deficit might, when they start to think about things like pulling their goalie. Well, in a 2-goal deficit, we say the rule of thumb is about 2.5 minutes left if you get the opportunity. That's when you're really thinking about it. That is not a hard and fast rule. That changes from coach to coach. Some coaches just won't even pull the goalie if they're down 2. Some coaches will pull the goalie with 5 minutes left if they're down 2 and they think they have the right opportunity. And let's see what happens in this case. We'll keep the camera trained on Taylor Wilkerson, and she will go back into her net. So St. James will play it straight here. I'm a gambling man. I would have my goalie on the bench right now if I were St. James. That's just me. Sent at Riley, she elects to play it forward, and Gate will pick it up. Wilkerson still in net. Camarada picks it up. Camarada is going to have room to skate it out, or make room. She'll get it to the line of the offensive zone and dump it in. Gabby Rothstein will try to pick it up over there, and we'll just battle for it. The Bandits at this point will rag the puck. W-R-A-G. They want to just take it and possess it for as long as they can. Scoring is nice, but if they have the puck in the offensive zone, then St. James can never score that goal to cut the deficit to 1. Camarada has it now. She's going to just keep skating with it. Lost it there. McNulty gives her a little bit of help, but it's moved forward, and now lost by Salem. Camarada gets it and just sends it back in as we're under 2 minutes away from the weekend sweep. If the Bandits can just keep the puck out of the net twice, not even once, just they could even yield 1. Just don't give up 2. And Wilkerson remains in the net because the Bandits have the puck down here. Here comes McNulty, sends it at the net, but it goes just wide because somebody got a piece. Pavko. Nicholson trying to move it up, but McNulty keeps it in. Down to 1:30. Gabby Rothstein's going to try to walk at the net, then curls, sends it in front. Camarada gets it down low, tied up, big save by Wilkerson to still keep it at a 2-goal deficit. Scott keeps it in, sends it at the net, Bowers picks it up. McNulty bangs it forward, and they still have possession. Pavko loses the stick, Stockers it forward. Stockers it on the pass, and she's trying to bump Camarada to get back to her stick. Camarada's throwing her hands up like, hey, whoa, whoa, what are you doing there? Trying to make sure she doesn't get penalized herself. But Pavko was just trying to get around her to pick up her stick. It comes into the offensive zone for St. James and now out as Jessie Sperling chases it down with 45 seconds left. 46.1 actually at the time of the stoppage on the icing. Now Wilkerson will head to the bench and it'll be a 6-on-5. So the net empty for the Bandits to shoot at. Lexi Riley has 6 players skating in white to deal with in the offensive zone. Folia wins the faceoff, and it's a puck battle along the end boards now. A lot of players down low, so if that puck gets out toward the middle somewhere, some Bandit is going to have a wide open shot. Sperling slogs it down. That one's smacked down, and it's going to be an icing. And 25.2 is now the time remaining. So can't quite put it in the W column because we've seen it happen, but I'd much rather be on the Bandits side at this moment with the score and the tie. Big face-off here. Folia wins it. It's all but academic, because that would leave St. James with almost no time to be able to score 2. She does win it. It's ragged along the boards, sent toward the middle. Olivia Rothstein has it, couldn't get it out. Needs a little help from McSherry, who does. Sperling at the empty net, and she misses it. Oh boy, it looked like it was going in, and it just hit the outside of the cage. 5 seconds left, net is empty. Olivia Rothstein tried to knock that one down. Time expires and the Bandits walk away with the weekend sweep, a hard-fought 4-2 victory over St. James. They congratulate Lexi Riley, and we'll give you a good look at the center ice handshakes here as the Bandits' 4 to 5 hour ride home will be made a little bit shorter by the joyous victory. 3-1 Saturday, 4-2 on Sunday, a pair of 2-goal victories over the game team from St. James. Lexi Riley and Harper Keenan split the duties game to game, each with a victory on their personal records and on the team records. That will do it for Breakfast with the Bandits. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button and the alerts button, and every time we're going live or updating better copies of the game, you'll know about it. And we appreciate all of the support for all our girls, no matter which side you are watching from. It's all about the girls. And these teams will be back at it in a few weeks from New Jersey, but that will be a showcase weekend where they'll play again, and then eventually they'll play at the Ice Vault, as the early season schedule for the Bandits is loaded with road games, and eventually we'll be back at the Ice Vault in Wayne, New Jersey for some home games. That is going to do it from St. James, the St. James in Springfield, Virginia. This is Joe Rizzo. Thanks for watching New Jersey Bandits hockey on RizzoVision. Breakfast with the Bandits was tasty today.